More bottles. We're going to fill all these bottles with poison. Can I talk to this skull? No, but I can steal it. I don't really want to carry a whole bunch of skulls around with me, though. I'm going to steal your grotesque jar. There's, oh, these... Is this like the previous game when we can read these books? Yes! And that taught us how to make a healing potion. We can learn recipes. There is crafting. There is also sneaking. I can be a barrel. Gold cup, are you worth anything? Yes, you are. Yoink! Can I read the small tome? A barrel with a tail and a bucket helmet pointing out. Super well hidden, okay? The bucket is slightly peeking out the front. The barrel with a tail, I love. Sneaky, sneaky. Always read books, or at least open them. They can give you stuff. Who knows what stuff, though. Noticed. Noticed? Noted.
A bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean.
I'm going to trade with her.
Oh, not to worry.
I'm going to sell her all the food that I gave the previous guard, and then when she dies later, inevitably, I'm going to loot it back off her. Oh, that gold cup's a bit rich for you, Magister. So, is this balance? Cool. I'll take 4 of your gold for now. I'll have the rest of it when you die.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
Magister William.
You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
The last thing you remember is hoisting your 15th pint. Is this the Ram's Head Loo?
Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse and put a collar around your neck.
Something, I'll violate the virtue of your carpet. I don't know, there's clearly an innuendo in there.
Lips, she pauses a moment to give you a
I'm a skeleton.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative.
It's alright, we pretended to be asleep.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Is that like a theme park?
A new life awaits, and if you're a
Give us some
particularly
bone
good boy,
meal.
perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good.
The, Magister below deck suffered a fatal encounter. I didn't kill him.
And peers at you closely, concern clearly etched upon her face.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep.
No, I think you're lying, and I'm not even going to check it.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those sauce spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
Yeah, drinking seems like a bit of a waste. You just poured 15 pints onto the floor and made your ribs a bit damp and smell like beer.
You better stop before you hurt yourself. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable
Oh,
to
great, we've been
cast
neutered.
sauce. For your own peace of mind, of course.
Did she do? Cut off our
Yours
bone
and
stickles.
the whole world's.
Okay, so we've been source muted. We're on a boat.
Well of knowledge this tome is.
There's a good Lonely Island song about that.
Gods, there's been a murder here.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around.
You redeemed a thing. I will sort it out momentarily. Shadow Wraith. Boop de boop. That one. And then it's the backlights that do most of it.
Marks. No indications of a struggle.
Come on, there we go.
Now, where did I leave my calipers?
That's the pinkest one I've got. That's the pinkest colour on these lights. So I hope that that's acceptable. What do you have to say?
A bloodied mass
Trade
lies
with
in
me.
a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Buy my hat. Why is this guy just carrying a plate with him? People in this game carry the weirdest arrangement of things, right? He's got a pair, oh god, he's got a pair of stained pants. I'm gonna sell you my used pants. All right. What we've got here is Magister E-Boy. An animal hide, just a cup of orange juice in his pockets. I like to think that that's literally sat in his pocket. Just,
No marks.
I'm saving that
No
for later.
indications of a struggle.
That's what happened.
There's been a murder.
Kill
The
him.
sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them.
Wasn't us, Governor.
Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Does this happen often?
You're one of them. You know what sorcerers are capable of. Whoever did this found a way around their collar.
He's waiting to add
and
espresso to
killed
the
a man.
juice. I don't understand this trend. Espresso and orange juice, I'm not feeling it. It feels like sacrilege to the espresso and to the orange juice. Those are two perfectly good drinks, right? Maybe Waters is the killer. She does keep discovering bodies. That's mighty sus. I did see her
This
vent
time,
once as well.
thank the gods. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
One way or another. We're going to find you. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I want to maintain the appearance that I am sorry. So, I'm going to say I'm sorry. Pepsi milk. You'll need religion. Or something. Oh, is this... I think this is the big old meet the characters room. Also, anytime I saw a sentence with meet the, I get the Team Fortress little in my head. I loved those videos.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
Rude. These are jewels.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
What are you doing?
Rolling dice.
That much was evident.
Deciding fates.
Ah. Whose fate?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
Okay.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
You want a piece of this? If you can decide fate with dice, can you read the future in cow entrails?
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being
Take
an elf, you
my
see.
money!
I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Lick my bony arm.
She looks in surprise when you bear an arm of bone.
Aha! Different dialogue. Serbitor. Thank you so much for the 14 months Prime sub. Cheers to you. And thank you for spending your Prime sub here with me. You only get one Prime sub, and it's fantastic that you've decided to drop it on my head.
My. Guess I'll have to find out the memory from Marrow, won't I?
You cracked my arm open.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
Well, there's a description.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers, watching, staring at them, hoping that none would stare back.
Officer Trainer, why are you on a boat and an elf instead of a human?
You were thinking of flesh, or to be rather more precise, the pleasures of the flesh. Those that have eluded you for so long.
Is she saying that we were thinking about boning?
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
Love you too, Seb. Thank you.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
This whole conversation has been charged with some form of tension. I don't know whose greasy key this is, but I'm stealing it.
A scruffy
Ethan.
man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Tramp.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Alright, let's talk
He
to him.
leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Lito. Right.
Pinches less that way, right?
Oh, this guy
Cocking
knows he's
a
wearing a
phlegmy
collar.
comment in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Why does the Magister suspect you of
We
murder?
used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat.
This
in
guy's
an
a
elaborate
freaking
fashion,
caricature.
But says nothing.
Thank you, McGilligus. I hope I have very little death.
Ifan
It's not going to
grins,
happen.
flashing pointed white teeth.
But I have that hope.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
Did you
No.
do the murder?
The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
That's fair. That's fair.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Pointy. Pointy intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show.
Ugh,
Wonder
what
if
a
we'll get to meet the ringmaster
bastard.
himself.
Haha. Say you'd like to meet Alexander. You'd show him exactly what you think of his bloody divine order.
Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, lizard, what's your name?
Ah yes, I am a normal lizard. I am a regular lizard person.
Oh, don't mind
These
him.
are normal
Vic's
eyeballs,
just got a
not
bee in his
jewels.
bonnet. And that bee is me.
My profile picture in the top left is extremely derpy. It's great.
Name.
Jester, tell him your name is Victor. I'm going to tell him.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back.
Your
in his
name is
voluminous
also
robe.
going on the list. So-
Away with you, at once.
if anyone's ever seen that episode of Dad's Army, you'll know why I find that so funny.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Your name shall also go on the list. What is your name? Don't tell him, Pike. Pike. Yeah, don't tell him your name, Pike. Oh my goodness. Who's next?
A broad dwarf
Beast.
sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions.
Yeah, sleeping bag, I'll keep an eye out.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Boy. These tiny Kratos. What am I meant to be hearing? His hat is majestic, right? All the other prisoners have been like stripped to rags, but he is allowed to keep wearing his fancy hat. Nice one. Nice one, Shadow Wraith. I'll keep that in mind. I'll listen to the sounds of the ship.
Sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash, and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And
The ship is moaning.
sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums.
He sounds Scottish, yeah.
But there's more. Listen.
But there's more. Listen close. Close your eyes and let the ambient sounds fade away.
Squeak!
Narrator, really?
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy.
You only need one sleep
great
bag.
paw
Noted.
claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
I heard it. What's it supposed to be?
The wheel, don't you
The
see?
wheel.
Beautiful Egypt.
I love that.
Squeaks
The
whenever the
wheel. I
helmsman
love that
jerks it
pronunciation.
clockwise, which means we're heading east.
The ship moaning, the licking. It's just one horny prison ship.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
You should not talk like that about such a magnificent beard.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here.
Why are you excited about reaching Fort Joy?
No, indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
Yes, very original. Scottish dwarf. Very original.
The dwarf leans back from
I'm
the
aware.
table and strokes his beard. Gold medallion.
I'm a Cockney undead lizard, so
His eyes roll over to you.
there's got to be something to ground us in the normal fantasy tropes.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
If you're hatching an escape plan, I want in.
Stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Rude. What about his mate, Gil?
Magisters are out for blood. You saw the body, didn't you? Big bruiser like you ought to be able to take him on.
Gil, you got anything worth it?
Don't you get saucy with
No.
Clearly don't know the first.
Bedroll. This is what you wanted me to get, right? Now I have a bread roll. I'm going to put it in this slot. And I'm going to rest because I'm injured. Yes! I've remembered that. Does my undead lizard get a breath weapon? I don't think so. I know the normal lizards do. But, the Fane is over there.
You got this one.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we?
Red Prince! That's true, Lito. That's true. How would you know?
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Ooh. Humour him.
There's some discoloration, as well as a rather disconcerting lack of tongue and gums, but I've seen worse.
This guy just doesn't care.
After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
I get an undead response. I can, but my sense of taste isn't what it used to be.
And of course, a cook who can't taste is about as useful as a dog in a chess game. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Stick a thumb through one of the holes in your garb. These provide
Yes,
cool
I
in
can
summer.
tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
I'm trying to recall the last time I bathed. What month is
Just
this?
as I thought. That explains what's besieging my nostrils. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we?
Yeah, Leto. Can't tell someone with receding gums from a literal skeleton.
As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
I'm mighty disappointed.
I know, but you just don't have what it takes. A good slave's made of sterner stuff, I'm afraid.
There's no body
Learn
on
your
me.
skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
I love this guy.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body,
Yeah, Leto, no
absorbing every
shit.
detail. He reaches out and examines your bandages, rubbing them between his fingers.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
What the hell are you doing?
I am reading. Is this not evident? My book is in my hands, my face turned away from you. Perhaps my eyes not on the page. Damnable things.
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats the maneuver with the opposite eye.
No, they are working quite adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really.
I want to know why you thought you could touch me like that.
Oh, I see. I crossed a cultural taboo. How difficult. You have my sincere apologies. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
Who is this guy?
Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... well, I am a seeker of knowledge.
Leto, I'm
That is
sorry,
enough.
but some of them are going to be around for quite a while.
It is pleasurable to meet you.
What are you seeking?
Is there? Wherever do you keep it? Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
I mean, you have some personal experience of history. You've seen rather a lot in the last couple of centuries.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your
Rude.
books are too full of it already.
Fane is an absolute sasspot.
No.
And we
I
love
want
him.
to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
I have often pondered the nature of the gods, but I don't have any sure answers.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Why are you so curious about the
No
gods?
amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his
He
book
won't tell me.
or respond to your questions.
Right. Anything else? Yes.
I'm here because I'm magic. Are you here because you're weird?
Are you here because you're weird? Alright, Paulie.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen.
Yeah, Leto, right?
La, la, la.
Yeah, Sandy, you're enthusiastic.
Wow. Are you a dragon? You look like a dragon. But where are your wings?
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Bold statement.
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm definitely allergic.
Servitor, yes, we absolutely murked the shit out of a prisoner who killed a magistrate by summoning our little buddy and 2 elemental totems to just pile drive him into the ground, basically. It was a bit messy. Play along and take her arm with a grin.
very correct
Take
you
my
are,
bony
spouse
arm.
of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles
Take
the
it.
Keep refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
Yeah, I'm doing really well in this game later. Order 66, kill the younglings.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
That's true enough. Losa, you presume?
Right. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Oh, you should have a look around with me. We can watch each other's
Thanks,
backs.
but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too
When was the wedding? It was really fast. It was like one of the kids actually officiated it.
You take care though.
Amazingly, they're an ordained minister at the age of 10. Crazy.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her
yes.
face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Nothing a skeleton isn't and can't be is too soft.
Good luck, Chief.
That's fair. So, what I really like is that all of these characters have got their own story and their own thing, which I imagine if we follow... I know that they all get side quests. We're going to follow them and they are going to all have great endings. I'd really like to see how many of them we can get done in this. So Losa has this... whatever the hell that was, her eyes went black and grey veins appeared and stuff like that, so she's clearly got some malevolent spirit about her. Like the Red Prince, I believe, wants to get his empire back. Beast has some beef with the Queen of the Dwarfs, from what I remember. This is from the character descriptions I've read at the start. Like, Ifan was part of a big military unit. Fane is Fane. It's just Fane.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger.
The kids in this game are savage. I've never fought one, but I'm sure they could beat the game in their sleep. Do you actually care?
Of course I do. Seems Voidwalk can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it?
Oh, that's nice. I like Magister Paid.
You'll see. We're gonna help you.
I like
you.
you.
Head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Standing at the centre of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Oh, case closed, folks.
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
What did you mean by there are others whose lives must end?
Your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale.
She's gonna try and kill me.
Because...
Damn, the beer tastes good tonight. You tasting my beer? Is that what you're doing? You need my beer out of this.
And simply removes it.
Wait, we can do that? We can just take it off?
To create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
That's the plan. I'm in your house drinking your beers. So? Oh, everything exploded. She just blew up. Drama.
What's happened?
I got 400 XP for getting blown up. Good work. You guys... Oh no! Magister Yona and Magister Egret, they had a bad time, but Magister William, he literally went to pieces about what just happened. It's terrible. You hate to see it.